Hi guys, my name is Tina, and if you follow me on social media, you might know me as Mrs. Monstergaard from Monstergaard Manor or Mrs. Osterglam, but again, I'm just Tina tonight. So without further ado, I hope you guys are ready to make some cocktails with me tonight. All right, so first of all, I wanna let you guys know that I have absolutely zero professional bartending experience, but I will tell you what I do is I'm a drinker. And I like to make a lot of cocktails. And my husband and I, we host a lot, we make cocktails a lot. And so I'm super excited. I picked 3 of my very favorite cocktails to go over with you guys tonight that are also spooky, Halloween, fabulous, and most importantly, they are delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the first cocktail. It is called Black Magic. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna tell you guys what's in each cocktail, how much of the stuff is in each cocktail, and then we're gonna sort of make them together. So first of all, the Black Magic is going to start with a balsamic syrup. I realized that I forgot to add how to make the balsamic syrup. So that's super easy. I'm sure you guys have the ingredients on you, but it's 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. Again, that's all even, Steven, across the board. 1/4 cup water, 1/4 cup brown sugar, 1/4 cup balsamic vinegar. Then you're gonna need 5 basil leaves. 4 will go inside of your drink and 1 you will set aside, and that's gonna be your garnish at the end. Then 1 brown sugar cube. That's also the equivalent of 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. If you're like me and you make this cocktail too much and you ran out of cubes, tonight I'll just have a teaspoon of brown sugar with me. Then 1.5 shots of bourbon. That's 1.5 shots of bourbon. Ginger beer for filling. 1 little short glass. Any kind of glass will do, guys. It really doesn't matter. This is your cocktail. You do you. Ice, a shaker. If you don't have a cocktail shaker, that's okay. You can always stir these drinks. They taste good either way. A muddler. If you don't have a muddler, it looks like this. It just muddles your drink. You like smash the stuff at the bottom of the drink. If you don't have this, grab a wooden spoon. Grab a metal spoon. Don't muddle it. I don't care. It's going to taste good, I promise. But if you have a muddler, that'll come in handy. And then, of course, a saucepan and something to stir it with, because if you read the ingredients ahead of time, you know that we're gonna make the syrup together. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rolling. And of course, the magic of Zoom, I've already got my little portions here. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in with my balsamic vinegar in my saucepan, my 1/4 cup of water, and my 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And then we're gonna head on over to the stove together. And we're going to continuously stir this. Oh, there it goes. Like low to medium heat, I'd say medium. And basically you're just stirring this up until it melts. And this is just gonna take, like, honestly, probably 30 seconds. It doesn't take long. The sugar melts really fast. You can even turn it up to high just to get that going, since we're continuously stirring. So I will tell you, this is actually a real cocktail. All of my cocktails already existed, but I always change the names to my drinks because why not? Depending on what I'm feeling at the time or the season, or if you're at a party. This is actually called a Buffalo Negra. It was invented by a guy named Jerry Slater back in '07. That dude knows what he's doing. He's a cocktail master. I am not a cocktail master. I am someone who follows recipes, and I make the drinks that taste good and look adorable. So if you go to my Instagram, you can see I make some pretty cute drinks, and these are all other people's amazing creations that I just copy. And then change the name for parties. But, also, this is actually almost done. If you guys are familiar with simple syrup, that's gonna be in one of our drinks tonight. That is always just equal parts sugar, equal parts water. It's super easy. You should never buy simple syrup, guys. It is a total waste of money because all you have to do is grab a 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of water, throw it on the stove, and boom, you have simple syrup. And we can store it in our fridge for usually like up to a week or so, covered and sealed. It can probably last longer than that, but this will actually last in your refrigerator for up to a month, sealed. So you guys can enjoy this amazing Black Magic drink all month long. All right, that is actually done. That's how fast this happens. Whoops. There we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bring this over. And I'm gonna set that down for 1 second while we move on to number 2. So we're gonna grab our cocktail shaker. Okay, so we're gonna drop in 4 of the 5 basil leaves that I talked about. your sugar cube, or like me, I've got just a teaspoon of brown sugar. And then of course a half a shot of the syrup that we just made. Guys, I don't even know what half a shot is, but I'm just gonna, that feels right to me. Maybe there, yeah, half a shot, whatever, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, I don't know. But I'm sure it's gonna taste good. And I promise you, the first time I heard, okay, now we're gonna muddle it. So you can grab your muddler and you're just gonna like smash down on it. And that just sort of gets the juices going in your drink. I gotta be honest, when I heard that there was balsamic vinegar in this cocktail the first time I had it, like 2 or 3 years ago, I was like, that's gonna be disgusting. But I swear, this cocktail is so, so good. All right, so I just wanna make sure we get that all muddled. And I'm gonna go ahead and rinse that because we're gonna use that again in an upcoming cocktail. So, all right, so next we're gonna throw in some ice. We've got some ice here next to me. All right. And then we're gonna throw in our 1.5 shots of bourbon or whiskey or whatever you guys are into. Do a little bit more if it's been a hard week. All right, so now we're gonna shake it up. This part is always really tough because it gets so cold. Okay, so that's done. So now you're gonna grab your little glass. This is not so little, this is a gigantic glass, so that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna grab a little bit more ice. I'm gonna throw that in there. All right, and then we're gonna strain this bad boy in. This is always the adventurous part, is not dropping it and having it go everywhere. I'm kind of thinking maybe I didn't use enough balsamic syrup. Maybe I should have actually measured it because it did not turn out as dark as it normally is. It looks more like a soda, but you know what? That's okay, because if I tell people it's a Halloween drink at my party, they're gonna believe me. And then we're gonna top it with ginger beer. And I'm just gonna fill that until I feel good about it. And then I'm going to add, I have this adorable little straw. I love seasonal straws. I always go pick them up at the end of the season, so everything's like half price and I just keep them around. So I've got this cute little haunted house straw, and then of course my remaining basil pieces, I'm gonna throw that in there. Voila, you have the black magic. Now, of course, for the most important part, you gotta taste it. Oh man, that's a very, very good drink. If you love ginger like I do, you're really gonna love this. And you'll know that I love ginger because it's also in my next drink. So, all right. Now we're rocking and we're rolling. Okay, let me move this out of the way so I can prepare for cocktail number 2. All right, so this cocktail is called the Wobbling Goblin. Of course, that's not the actual name because I rename all of my drinks. This is actually called a spicy buck, and I actually found this on Taste Made a couple of years ago. My husband and I make this drink all the time because it's so, so delicious. So I'm gonna run through the ingredients, but first, I wanna tell you I did forget to put one ingredient because I was going to write that it's optional because not everyone's a fan of jalapenos. But if you love jalapenos, run and get your jalapenos now. You're gonna want them in this drink. It only calls for 2 slices of jalapenos. I put 3 because I'm a rebel and I wanna burn my mouth off. So if you're like me, grab those jalapenos. If not, your ginger is gonna be spicy enough. So that's gonna be your spicy Wobbling Goblin. All right, so for this, you're going to need a tall glass, of course, your jalapenos, a tablespoon of ginger, and that can mean, let me tell you, I've made this drink every way. I've made it without ginger because I was so desperate for this drink. It's so good, but I used fresh ginger. You can also use ginger from the tube, the little squeezy ginger, that'll work just fine. 3/4 a shot of simple syrup. Of course, you're gonna need that muddler again that we just rinsed, or you can just flip it over. 3/4 a shot of lemon juice, 2 shots of tequila, some ice, bitters, and then of course, straw or garnish. If you can decorate with anything that you have. If you have any cute straws, any cute garnishes, whatever, stick them on there, anything Halloween-y. Now, I did not mention this. I decided, you know what, this drink needs a little bit more pizzazz. So I put some lemon juice in a bowl, and then I put some black sugar because I just happen to have some black sugar, and we're trying to make this look kind of Halloween-y. So this is sort of the best way. If you're ever decorating with sugar, you want to use something citrus related on the rim because it'll keep the sugar on. I don't know why, y'all, but it works. So we're going to take our glass, and I've got my lemon juice in this bowl, and I'm just going to kind of roll it around a little bit, shake it off. And then I'm going to bring my black sugar over here. You can use purple sugar, any color sugar, regular sugar, no sugar. Who needs sugar? And voila, there we go. We have like a cute little decorated rim. Let me see if you can see that. Oh, and all of a sudden the sun's coming in. All right. So we're going to make the cocktail in this drink. All right. So we're going to throw our jalapenos in. Okay. And you're going to throw your ginger in, your tablespoon of ginger. Again, that's only 2 slices of jalapeno. It usually calls for a tablespoon of fresh chopped ginger. And then your 3/4 a shot of simple syrup. Again, y'all, that's just equal parts water, equal parts sugar on the stove. I made this myself. And then you're going to pour it into your drink. Muddle it. All right. And you can use a cocktail shaker with this if you fancy and you have more than one cocktail shaker in your house, or if you just want a cocktail shake and you don't want all that junk at the bottom of your drink. But let me tell you, that junk does not get in my way. I will drink the drink either way. So I'm totally fine with having the seeds and the jalapenos and the ginger and all that stuff at the bottom. Plus I use straws and stuff anyway, so it doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, go ahead and strain that. You don't have to keep it in there. All right, I feel like that's muddled. All right, I'm gonna move that over. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna throw in our 3/4 a shot of lemon juice and our, of course, 2 shots of tequila. Very, very important. But on that note, I wanna say all of these drinks can easily be made virgin just by omitting the alcohol. They taste just as good without the booze, trust me. All right. Next, we're gonna add our ice. Actually, first, you know what? I'm going to stir that up just a little bit, just to get that mixed in a little. All right. Now I'm going to add some ice. Okay. All right. I'm going to do a couple dashes, I guess. That's what you would call when you do this with bitters. That feels good to me. A couple dashes of bitters. I never really understood the meaning of bitters, but you know, they like make the drink taste so good. If you try it with bitters, you try it without, it makes all the difference. So again, not a bartender, but okay. So now we're gonna fill the rest with ginger beer. All right, let's go ahead and give this a taste, guys. So I've got these cute little straws, again, Halloween straws. This has like spider webs on it. Oh my gosh, so cute. Also, side note, if you stick it in a straw, it doesn't get in the way of your drink when you're drinking it. So let's throw those in there. So we have this adorable little drink. Let's taste it, first of all, super important. Oh man, that's what's up. Okay, on this drink, I did not put this on the little sheet because who has a smoking gun in their house? I know one of you out there is like, I've got a smoking gun. I use it on cocktails. And that's great. You can go grab it, use it. If you like to entertain like we do and you make a lot of drinks, it would be really super fun and awesome for you to invest in a smoking gun. I'm going to show you how this works. This is totally rad. And it's a really great party trick and it makes things look a little spookier. So what I'm going to do is first of all, it comes with wood chips. All right. So I put wood chips in the top here. And then I'm going to stick this little end in the drink. And then I'm going to first I'm going to turn it on. You can hear it. And then you light your wood chips. Hold on, it's coming. It's already smoking in the drink. You can't see it just yet. Hold on. There we go, there we go. This is taking longer than I expected. And it's not working for me. Fail, epic fail. I think I pre-lit this, sorry guys. Anyways, what's supposed to happen is a bunch of smoke shoots out this end and it's so cool and everyone's like, whoa, but whatever, you get the idea. And then this is super cool. We usually make this drink in this glass. So it's called a Quito Glass. It is, let me see if I can get that out of the sun for you guys. but that's called a Quito Glass. It's little glass straw, super hard to clean, but so cute. And we put the cocktail in here, and then we smoke that, and then you cork it, and so your smoke will stay in your glass. Another super cool thing to invest in if you're an entertainer or you just like fun, fancy things. So bummer that smoke gun didn't work out, but that's okay because we still have a cocktail. Oh man, that is, I hope you guys like these as much as I do. I think that's amazing. All right. So for my last cocktail, let me grab my stuff. Guys, I make this cocktail so much. My husband and I like lived off of this. I swear, like the first 2 years that we were together. We're calling it a fangria, and I bet you can guess, of course, that's a sangria, but why not change the name? Because fangria is so much better for Halloween. So for this cocktail, we're going to decorate the rim together. I also did not put this on the ingredients list. But this is my most asked question on social media is actually, how do you get your sprinkles to stay on the rims of your glasses? And it's so easy. You can either use icing, which I have here, buttercream icing. You can easily make your own. I actually ran to the store and bought this icing. Or you can grab chocolate chips, like white chocolate chips or milk chocolate chips or whatever. White is usually better for the sprinkles. If you have Halloween sprinkles, they show up so much better. And so if you stick those sprinkles, just throw a few in a bowl, stick them in the microwave for 30 minutes, pull them out, stir them, throw them back in the microwave, stir them again, then you'll have the perfect consistency. Now, leave your Ghirardelli out of this because that tends to, the really good chocolate does not work for this. You're gonna wanna pull out your market pantry stuff for this, the one that says confectioner sweet drops or whatever. You don't want the real stuff because your sprinkles will stick to the non-real stuff better. Or for a regular buttercream icing or something like that, that works just as well and it cleans easier. So I've got a bowl of buttercream icing here and a bowl of Halloween sprinkles, if you can see those. All right. So for this, you're also going to need, of course, a spoon or a butter knife to mix your stuff around your drink. And then for the drink itself, a shot of triple sec, a shot of brandy, some ice, some red wine, some pineapple juice, champagne or sparkling water. And again, I just want to reiterate, all of these ingredients are optional. You can literally just take ice and red wine and throw some fruit in it, and everyone's going to be like, oh, this is delicious. What did you put in this? And you're just going to say, oh, it's sangria. So all of these will enhance it. This is like our Monstergaard Manor version of a sangria, but you can make sangria however you want. This is just how we do it. So champagne or sparkling water, if you're having a party, it is the funnest thing if everyone has sangria to walk around with a little champagne and top off everyone's drinks. It looks really fly and fancy, so you're welcome for that tip. And then also fruit, also optional. I've made this a million times without fruit, a million times without half of these ingredients, and it tastes just as good. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. So you're gonna need your tall glass, and then we're gonna decorate the rim of that glass, okay? And you're gonna wanna lay it on thick. I mean, you can do a thin layer if you want, but you know, why go thin? You know what I'm saying? Like, life's about living. Let's just do this. Let's load that puppy up. Okay. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's what you want. You want a real thick dessert. You want people to feel like they're getting dessert out of this, okay? All right, and now you're gonna take your sprinkles in your little bowl and you're just gonna dip it. Dip it in. And what I did, I actually mixed different types of sprinkles together. So I had these really cute little pumpkins, and then I have all these black and white sprinkles, and I thought, oh my God, how cute is that? So anyway, doesn't that look nice? That looks like a dessert, guys. Okay. So now we're gonna move into all the good stuff. First, you're gonna throw in your shot of triple sec. All right. And then your shot of brandy. Okay. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of ice. Not too much, but not too little. I like ice. I know some people are very anti-ice, but I like ice. Okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit more because I feel I'm sure good for a little bit more. All right. So I did about yay ice. All right, then you're gonna grab your red wine, the most important part of sangria. Oh, yes, So good. Now, don't go too high because you're going to add some other stuff too. But you obviously, it's sangria. It's, excuse me, it's a sangria. So you're going to want most of it to be your wine. But this makes the drink. Can't tell you how many times I've just had this with just wine and pineapple juice, but it's delicious. So then you're going to pour a little pineapple juice in there. Ooh, that spills. All right, a little bit of pineapple. Let's just do a little bit more. Why not? And then I did not get champagne. I'm using a sparkling water that's lime flavored. Doesn't make a difference. Trust me, it's gonna be delicious either way. All right, then we're gonna top that with a little bit of lime sparkle. I have these super cute little, whoa, that didn't work. Well, there goes that idea. I had a skewer of fruit. You know what? We're just gonna throw the fruit in because it's a sangria. All right. If you've got a cute skewer, you can do that. If not, that's okay. No fruit, that's okay too. Let's give it a taste, guys. Oh, you might want to stir it up a little bit, but that's delicious. That is such a good drink. I hope you guys like these drinks as much as I do. And if you didn't make them today, I hope you get a chance to make them soon. All right, so I am, oh my gosh, it looks like it's almost to time. So I've got a couple of cool ideas. For instance, for the sangria, soak your fruit in brandy overnight. Your guests won't know what hit them. They will love it. We have a neighbor who smokes meat, and we get him to smoke ice for us in his smoker. And then my husband comes back, puts them in the freezer, makes ice cubes. And then boom, we have these amazing like whiskey cocktails with smoked ice that slowly melts throughout the drink, and it gets better and better as you drink it. And candy corn vodka, this is another cool thing that I do. I throw candy corn in a thing of vodka, usually in a mason jar. I just mix them together, not even half and half, but close maybe. You let it sit there for a couple of days, and then it will turn bright orange. You can either sift all the sugar out of it, or you can just shake it up like I do before you drink. And it's a beautiful drink. It pairs really well with pretty much anything, but a good cream soda, and you got yourself a dessert. It's amazing. And also, so I guess that's pretty much it for the extra stuff. Since we only have a few minutes left, I want to go ahead and answer some questions. So if you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer them. I think someone was going to jump in and help me answer these, but if not, I'm going to see it. Sorry, I have terrible vision, so I'm going to see if I can read them.
Yes. So Irene asked, where do you get the black sugar from?
Oh, black sugar. Target. I'm pretty sure. Gosh, it's probably 3 years old or something at this point. But yeah, you can get black sugar anywhere. Like just go to the baking section. If it's not in the baking section, it will come out at Halloween usually. But yeah, I think like at your local grocery store, they usually have just solid sugars lined up there, and black is usually a staple. I think people use black quite often. So I hope that helps.
Great. And then Annie from Facebook Live asked, what red wine do you suggest to use?
Oh, girl, that's a great question. I actually used a Cabernet Sauvignon for this. You know, you can use anything because you sweeten it up anyway with the pineapple juice. So it doesn't have to be like, it can be a dry wine. It can be a sweet wine. You can do this with white wine too. I just picked red because it looks so cool. But I would say actually for white wines, dry wines usually work a little bit better, like a Chardonnay or Pinot Grigio or something like that. But girl, when you're making a sangria, you add so much other stuff in it. It tastes good no matter what kind of wine you're using, I swear.
Okay. And then Jen from Facebook Live asked, can you give the measurements for the first drink again?
Yes, of course. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. All right. We've got the balsamic syrup. Okay. That's you make by yourself on the stove. That's 1/4 a cup of water, 1/4 a cup of brown sugar, and 1/4 a cup of balsamic vinegar. So basically it's equal parts of all of those three. You can make as much or as little as you want. 5 basil leaves, 1 is to garnish, 4 are to muddle in the drink. 1 brown sugar cube or 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, which is what I use today. 1.5 shots of bourbon, some ginger beer, of course, your glass, your ice, your shaker, your muddler, and your saucepan.
Fantastic. Okay. Thank you. Some great tips. Do you ever use dry ice in your drinks?
You know, I actually don't. And you know, the reason why is because I can never get myself to the store at the same time as remembering that I want to use dry ice. I have friends that do it, and that's of course a really cool, quick way. And you won't have your smoker fail on you like I did today. Dry ice will always come through for you. But no, I don't work with dry ice, and I should. Dry ice is a lot of fun.
Okay, I think everyone is ready for it's almost 5 o'clock happy hour now that we've had some
Awesome.
wonderful drinks here. And Tina, we cannot thank you enough for all your amazing tips on the drinks.
Aw,
Have a wonderful Halloween. If
I
you would
can't.
like,
Oh, I'm
sorry,
sorry.
go ahead.
I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you to Girls Night Online for reaching out to me. This has been so fun. And I hope you guys all join another Girls Night Online class soon.